Hey guys, it's R.V.C. here, and I'm back again with another video. Today, we're talking about a machine that's over 15 years old, the MacBook Air, late 2010. And yes, I'm actually using one right now in 2026. Now, before you click away, let me tell you something interesting. I got this MacBook for free, not a single penny spent. And that completely changes the conversation, doesn't it? So the unit arrived running OS X Lion, which, if you know, you know. That's ancient. We're talking 2011 software on a 2026 machine. Now, I wanted to push this thing further, so I upgraded it to macOS High Sierra. And let me tell you, that was not easy. It wasn't a simple download and install situation. There were hoops to jump through. Patches, workarounds, a little bit of patience, and a little bit of frustration. But we got there.
So what are we working with, specs-wise? 2 gigs of RAM, 64 gigabytes SSD. That's it. That is the whole package. In 2026, 2 gigs of RAM is... Look, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's rough. Modern browsers alone will eat that for breakfast. Chrome? Forget it. Even Safari with a few tabs open will make this machine sweat. The 64 gigabyte SSD is also tight. Once you factor in macOS High Sierra itself, you're left with very little breathing room. So you have to be intentional about what you install. But here's the thing. What can you actually do on this laptop in 2026? Light document editing? Yes. Watching videos locally? Yes. YouTube in a browser? Barely, but sometimes. Running modern apps? Not really. Security updates? Nope. High Sierra stopped getting those years ago. And that last point is important. High Sierra has been unsupported for a long time. That means no security patches. So I would not recommend using this for anything sensitive. No online banking, no logging into important accounts on risky networks. Just be aware of that.
So is the MacBook Air late 2010 worth it in 2026? Here's my honest take. If you're paying money for one, no. You can get a much more capable machine for the same price. But if someone hands you one for free, like what happened to me, it's absolutely worth firing up. Use it as an offline writing machine, a media player, maybe a dedicated retro project device. It still boots, it still works, it still has that MacBook charm. And for $0 spent, that's honestly impressive for a 15-year-old laptop. Well, for now, that's basically it. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. And I guess I'll see you in the next one. Bye!